What's up guys, Snow Shovel here, and I am on Taiwan AVA testing out the new HD texture pack that they recently released. And the first thing that I have noticed is that I can actually read the text now. For example, these little signs. I mean, these are in Chinese, but I mean, I can't read Chinese, but shoot, you can actually like see what they say now. Whereas prior, you couldn't even tell what the hell they said. This is actually a menu. I couldn't tell that this was a menu before. I mean, yeah, it's nice. The other thing you'll notice is and this is probably the biggest change, is the weapon textures look awesome. You can actually see my gun. It says Blazer at the bottom right, and on a lot of other weapons, you can actually see the badging that are placed upon them. The other thing is the environmental textures are also upgraded. Not by much. It's not as noticeable as the guns, but it is definitely an improvement. The lighting in the game has been slightly tweaked. Nothing too crazy though. I mean, everything's pretty much the same. I don't understand why they don't have like the wooden walkway here. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, the texture pack looks great. But the thing is, I was kind of expecting more when they announced HD texture pack, because I assumed that they were taking the original ones maybe and like tweaking them to make them even sharper. But it ends up that these textures are the exact same as the ones we had a year ago. And in Taiwan AVA, they actually took them out like almost 2 years ago. And in the Taiwan version, the difference is staggering. Their textures are actually worse than ours. Especially the environmental. Like, you could not read any of this. You couldn't even tell that there was text on the wall in the non-HD version, whereas now it's pretty sharp. It looks really good. In our version, our environmental textures are pretty decent, but that's because they kept them at 512 megabytes. In the Taiwan version, they're at like 256, so it's really bad. But the biggest change, like I said before, is the gun textures are much sharper. Guns look very good now. I wish I could. My game's bugged, so I can't even switch to the other classes. But you can definitely notice, if you get this pack, how much sharper the weapons look. I mean, like, I don't have any weapons on this account, but, like, I picked up a M4A1 Bronx, and I could actually tell that there was supposed to be some sort of graffiti design on it. A lot of the guns, like the Firebird, the TPG Firebird, on our version, everything's all muddy, and you can barely make out that it says Firebird on the side of it. Whereas the new version, it looks great. Like, it actually looks like the way it was meant to be designed. It's very sharp, it looks very good. The game is very appealing with the HD texture pack. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't understand why they took it out. Like, why would you take out something that was a really cool feature in AVA? AVA's textures are better than some AAA titles today. They look so good. Why would you take out one of the most important aspects of AVA, which is the fidelity of it? The game looks so good right now, but why take it out for a measly 3 gigabyte file reduction in download size? Like, really, 3 gigabytes is so big for your client that you have to remove the textures from the game? That doesn't make any sense to me. There is almost no performance impact whatsoever. I don't even know why they're trying to do some little beta test with these HD textures, because there is no performance drop. I'm sitting at 120 FPS because I told my recorder to sit at 120 FPS. I haven't had a single drop in FPS. Now, granted, I'm on a really powerful machine, but when I went to go test this on my laptop, the frame rate difference, it was the exact same. It was the exact same frame rate with HD textures. So, unless you're running on some sort of 1 gigabyte graphics card that's from like 2008, you should be able to run this game maxed out, no problem. Especially with the textures. And that's the only thing that's changed, is the textures. They haven't, well, lighting too, but the lighting is really, it's almost identical. They just I wish I could show you, but it's one of those things that are so subtle that I'll just have to show you guys in the direct comparison video after this little commentary, and maybe you can see it there. But yeah, I'm a little annoyed. I don't know why they did it, and it kind of pisses me off. And it should piss you guys off too, because this is something that they took out of the game for no apparent reason. They really, like, I don't know why you would do that. Why would you take this out of the game? And why are you marketing it as some sort of, like, new feature to the game that has already existed in the Korean version of AVA this entire time? Just does not make sense to me. And you know, when I installed the texture pack, it really was a drag and drop. All you do is you get the files and you literally copy paste them over the ones that you already have. And all they have to do, all Red Duck has to do, is provide a version number that's compatible with the files that they give you. That's it. Alright, there's, like, you could do a patch, sure. You could make this a patch and make it legitimate and just have these textures running the whole time. But, I mean, it's so simple. Like, it's so simple. There really is no reason for them to take it out. And there's no reason that they shouldn't be in the game now. It's not difficult to put them in the game. It literally was a copy-paste. Anyway, so that's just my take on it. I'm a little annoyed. I'm really glad to see that Taiwan AVA got their textures back, and I really hope that the US version also gets their textures back. I just think it's a little ridiculous is all. But anyway, if you guys want to see some screenshots, like HD screenshots, I'll put some at the end here. YouTube compression is pretty bad, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell.
Hey, wake up.
But I'll have a bunch of static images, hopefully, and you guys can check out the differences yourself. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.